Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Who's your daddy? Oh, you know you like to be touched like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right there. Yes. Yeah. Whew. Mothers. Oh. Hi guys. Just rubbing one out right there. We're here to take a look at a beer. Today we're gonna be looking at Hemp Hop Rye Amber Ale from O Fallen. Malt beverage with hemp seeds. This one is just for you, Hemp Seed Addict. It does not give a alcohol percentage. So I guess we're gonna play the alcohol game. Okay, hope everybody's having an outstanding Friday. It's whatever. It's the wrong glass, but I don't have one that correlates with this or anything that's hemp. I know this is one from John. No, this isn't one from Johnny. This is one from Ed. See, I almost opened it with the Don't Mess with Texas one, but let's see. If it's from Ed, what do we use? I don't know. I think Ed would like the muzzle device. I think he'd like that best. Oh, sorry. We don't want to piss off Hemp Seed multiple times in one video. Focus. Hello, focus. Why? Why sometimes? Watch it turn out to be a twist off. Oh, look, it's a twist off. Sorry, Ed. That actually went in. How come when I try to throw... Okay, here we go. Hemp seed and beer. Probably won't be able to legally drive after this. Or pass a union piss test. Okay, well, it is kind of an unusual color. I don't know. It's got a dirty, fairly orange hue to it. The carbonation, it seems like it has carbonation, but the head was, if you know what I mean. I mean, Chuck knows what I mean. Don't you, Chuck? So already it's really flat. And I'm not using a flavor enhancing glass, so it's kind of unfair really to it. It has a nice smell to it. It has kind of a nutty smell to it. Yeah, it smells like nuts. Fresh nuts. Okay. I'm sure we could pick all sorts of other things in there, but do you really care? I know I don't. Cheers, guys, to your Friday. Weekend is upon us. Keep hearing weird noises. My neighbor must be shoveling. He's a lucky guy. He so much doesn't want to go in the house and be with his wife that he shovels the entire yard, and I think he'd be content mowing the lawn with a pair of tweezers. Wow. When it looks like a nice calm lake and you want to grab the boat and a pair of skis, just figured it was gonna have a flat kind of taste to it, and you definitely it definitely has carbonation. It doesn't have bubbles coming up but you get them. You kind of get a little bit of a citrus, not really much, or it could just be the carbonation, and I'm completely wrong on this. But you get that like carbonation charge, and right behind that, again, it's like maybe it's the see. Now, if HempSeedAddict was here, that would be awkward. But if HempSeedAddict was here, maybe she'd be like, yeah, that fresh nut taste that you are experiencing, that's the hemp seeds. Maybe it's hemp seeds, but it has a nice kind of meaty kind of, nut meat. These are all legitimate words, okay? Just because you are 3 frickin' years old and you think it's funny, haha, what's the type of comment? He said nut meat. Grow up, okay? Just grow the hell up. Nut meat. It's got some nut meat to it. But it's got a nice, kind of a nutty bread, very smooth follow through. Doesn't have a lot of complexity. It's not like some happy-go-lucky flavor roller coaster. It's a, just an amber ale. Damn, Ed, this is actually really good. Nothing is overdone. Has a subtle sweetness that I can put my tongue on the nut meat, but I can't put my tongue on what that sweetness is. Almost a little bit of a fruity nut meat kind of experience. Oh, I gotta be honest. If there was like 6 more of these, this is probably what I'd just at least get the night going with. Just enough of a sweetness to go along with that. God, I don't think it's really fair to say a walnut, but it's kind of like the flavor of a few different style nuts together, and that's why I'm in my brain. I'm telling you, because if you're like me, I really don't care for walnuts that much. I mean, maybe fresh ones. And you get the nut cracker out, and you're just like snapping your nuts, and you're just digging in and going for the nut meat. Then it's okay. But walnuts overall, I'll leave them. Like pistachios, sunflower seeds, and why we're talking about nuts, I don't know. We'll just stick with the beer. That didn't take long. Now I've had RYEs before. Johnny has hooked me up. Saved the bottle, the Hop Rod Ale, RYE, and RYEs. I don't know. RYEs have a very distinctive kind of flavor to them, and I'm not really getting that in there. So it was just a good, it was a smooth, well-balanced, tasty amber ale from O'Fallon. Hemp, hop, rye, amber ale. On the E scale, wow, for an amber ale, I mean, here we go again. Is it fair or not fair to have separate categories for different styles? But in an amber ale, I think I have to go with a 10 on this. I really enjoying the flavors of this one. Damn. Okay, I give that a 10 in like record time, like 10 minutes, like record. I almost feel it's not that I have a rant coming on, and it's just kind of an echo, or it's nice to see some prominent political people actually, saying these things that are thoughts that probably all of us have. And granted, I don't have, none of us have the kind of market that major media, and if you're not a libtard, you're not going to even get major media. I mean, you might be on page 20 of some paper, if at all, and if you're not on Fox News, that's why I think it's so funny when people say Fox News is just a conservative Republican channel. Well, from what I watch, they're the most balanced, and they don't go far enough as far as I'm concerned. But I see Dick Stain is got 699 days, 7 hours, 19 minutes, and 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds until we can flush the shit down the toilet. But I don't know if it was I don't remember what talk show host, and he had it nailed right on. If you truly love something, you don't want to drastically change it. And Obama has, since day one, has fundamentally wanted to change the United States. So I fully agree with the comments that he just doesn't love this country. There is nothing that he loves about it. To fundamentally change something that you love, I want our country to be what our founding fathers wanted it to be. I fundamentally want to keep it the way it was supposed to be. All those years ago, the libtards want to say that they couldn't have foreseen the internet or newspapers of such magnitude or TV. No, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Those guys were smarter than time itself. The stuff where they have it written, with this, freedom of speech being first and the Second Amendment being second, because they didn't want to see a government like the government that we are heading towards. And what is the most disturbing is how many people are just like, oh, we just give them one thing. Well, you just gave them one thing, and 2 weeks ago you gave them another thing, and 4 weeks before that you gave them another thing. If you slowly give up all your things, eventually you have nothing. So either you stand your ground all the time, and that's why these idiots no matter what Obama wants to say, that our last vote, that was us telling you, the people we voted for, that you don't settle. You take ground back. There is no compromise. There should not be any more compromise when it comes to our freedoms and our security. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that our government is evolving into, the jokes about the black helicopters. Well, they seem to think they know more than us, and people that get really outspoken against them have all sorts of accidents, like Breitbart. 42, 43 years old, and had a massive heart attack and died. Right? Like I can't even remember his name, the list of people that have died that were friends with the Clintons. The dude that drove his car, walked to a park bench, and then blew his brains out and committed suicide. There was none of his fingerprints at the car. There was no tracks through the sand going to the park bench, and it was a Hollywood scene where the guy is laying there dead with the pistol still in his hand. And I can personally tell you, having a family that used to own an ambulance service, that a real suicide doesn't look anything like what Hollywood has pimped it out to be. and glorified it or whatever. The shit doesn't go down like that. So yeah, I have no problem saying it at all. Obama, first of all, there might be, sides of me and many of you that don't even believe the piece of shit is actually an American citizen. At a bare minimum, he is will go down in history as being the absolute worst president in American history. Hopefully, that the problem is so many people are lazy. Samantha comes to me and she goes, I just get so frustrated. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, my generation is filled full of idiots because it's so great to have a sugar daddy. Whatever, Chuck, go fuck yourself. To have a sugar daddy, and the government has become the sugar daddy to all these people. I mean, how do you fight Santa Claus? You got the libtards. Oh, well, we'll give you a phone, and we'll give you a car, we'll give you a place to live, and now we'll give you an education, and hell, you just do whatever you want. There's no such thing as being proud of being an American and coming to America and becoming us instead of the Obama mindset where all of a sudden now it's like blame the Christians for shit that happened 700 years ago, but we can't possibly say that they're terrorists or they're Muslim or whatever. All he knows how to do is bend over and take it up the ass from every other country. He is the weakest piece of shit that we've ever had. Still, plenty of things that Ronald Reagan did wrong. I mean, he is responsible for the path of the anti-gun stuff that we are on now. So there's things that I can't even stand about him. But can anybody imagine Ronald Reagan afraid to say that these are terrorists and that we need to do something about it before stuff starts to happen on our shores? Not a chance in hell. Tomorrow. Just looking. I'm looking. That's from Ed. We got the stuff from Jim. Still got stuff in here. Tomorrow's a Saturday, and long story short, there's a girl party happening, and makes me feel pretty good. When they used to have the girl parties before, there was no guys allowed, but I get along good enough with the girls that there's always like an insistence that I actually stay, and there's gonna be alcohol involved. Matter of fact, there's a really nice bottle of Cabo Wabo. Used to be Sammy's brand, but he sold it. So if there's a brew review tomorrow, it's gonna have to happen before I am the bartender. 2 for you, 1 for me. So maybe I won't do a gigantic bottle of something. God, you got a whole bunch of edges pushing the envelope. Just, it sounds interesting. Why don't we look at one from Jim? We're going to look at Hoplana from Red Brick Brewing Company. Oh, I didn't give my guesstimation on the alcohol. See, I tried to make it so that I didn't have to. Let's do this tomorrow. Hoplana. As far as the hemp hop rye alcohol percentage, I didn't notice it at all. So of course, I've had some 10%ers that were buried pretty deep in there, but my guess is 4.5%, 5%. I'll go 5%. Okay, that's it. It's my rant. News cap on what we talked about. Obama hates America, and he does want to fundamentally change it. So start learning how to put a towel on your head and give up all of your religious freedoms. that's what he would want. So please make the 699 days go as fast as possible. Or could the wings please fall off of Air Force One? See you guys tomorrow. Have a great Friday night.